Sorry about that, guys. Finally, I got this going. In your little toolkit at home, you're going to want to make sure that you have a sharp pair of tweezers or one of these little weeding tools. This is actually a dentistry tool. They're about $3 or $4 off of Amazon if you want to keep it at home for weeding stencils. Anyways, you're going to take this top transfer tape layer off. Again, always using a really sharp angle. It gives you more control. And because you're going on fabric, these little pieces will want to lift up slightly. You just make sure that you don't pull them all the way up and rub them down as you go. And just very gently and carefully, just keep rubbing back until you reveal the stencil. You never want to try to pick the pieces and place them later, as that just generally never works or doesn't work very well. You can see, I'm just and once you have all your stenciling done, and you need to launder your tea towel, you can, after about a month, the paint is cured, and you can put it inside a pillowcase and wash it on cold, hang to dry, and then just iron it flat again. That's the great thing about fusion paint, is it's quite versatile and it's quite tough. One little piece is being difficult. And you just keep rubbing until it decides to stay behind. Right there, that one right there. Oh. So there's the stencil. Now, if your stencils ever rate out to the edges, I always recommend that you put a bead of painter's tape around to protect the project where you don't want to get paint. And then you can use a paper plate, paper towel, one of these reusable mats, anything like that will work. Take one of your little makeup wedges. You're gonna get a little bit of paint on the end, and remember, wipe it back, wipe it back, wipe it back. You don't want hardly any paint on the sponge. And then just using the flat end of the sponge, I'm just going to pat, just like that. And you do 1 or 2 layers across the entire stencil. Okay, and once you're done and you're happy with the coverage, and keep in mind that if you use too much paint on your first go, just like on wood or paper, fabric will also show bleed marks if you use too much paint. So once you have it the way that you like, you just peel it off, throw it out, and all these little centerpieces that stay behind, that's what you use the picking tool for. You don't want to try to pick it with your fingernails or fingers, simply because you can smear the paint. You want to stencil, and you want to pull up the stencil while the paint is still wet, so that that top coat doesn't glue the stencil down to the project that you're working on. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Farmhouse tea towel, and I cannot wait to see all the pictures of your finished projects. Thanks, guys.